came here in the early 70s. My family, like a lot of other Haitian families, were leaving Haiti because of the socio-economic and socio-political oppression, I guess you could say, since Papa Doc was consolidating power in preparation for his son to take over when he died. So the brain drain of Haiti, I guess. So came there when I was before I was 10, so I don't even remember what the first time was. Yeah, I went to Boston University for undergrad in aerospace engineering, and then in 1980 and then in 84 I went to Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute. I mean, I started out as a physics major, intending to go astrophysics, but it was not very encouraging, and there were more jobs in aerospace engineering, so I switched majors after freshman year. So. And being in aerospace engineering, where I got more interested in the fluid physics part of aerospace engineering more than anything else. By the time I was at BU, I was kind of used to being one thing different or another. Either I was used to being too young in my classes, was used to being the only one and the only African American, the only black in my class, the foreigner in my class. So I was used to a lot of the only that in my classes. Yeah. So I was used to, I guess, yeah, you know, the guy with the accent in the class, you know. You know, sometimes it was good to be the one who gets the great grades in class, but I didn't exactly publicize that either. But because sometimes I didn't get great grades. Yeah. But I guess I just was always something different from the rest of the class. Even coming from the Chicago area or anywhere else up north I've been, and not having used to kind of being one of the few around, so. Yeah, I was like, in fact, to me, this is just like another suburb. You know, it's kind of like a suburb of Chicago, like Ann Arbor, Michigan, you know, or, you know, just, well, gonna be one of the few faces around, and so I'm kind of used to not expecting to find too many other black faces around. So it's not too surprising. Well, I'd say take broad courses if you can, you know, like, don't just take only what's required. I'd say, especially aerospace engineers, a lot of people feel it's a math-intensive major, and I think so. Therefore, the more math background, the better. And I've talked to other friends who are, you know, after getting their bachelors and worked at different places, you know, Ford or academia, talk about, well, you know, if they're experimentalists, they say, well, they wish these students, even when I was at NASA, I wish these students actually had more statistics, because they're experimentalists and they want to be able to process data. If they're computational people, they'd be like, well, I wish the students had more linear algebra, and that's not even covered, and it's not required. In fact, it's for a lot of aero majors here, they take it because they're only one course away from a math minor after they've taken all this other math. So I always say, yeah, if that's the case, yeah, go ahead and take it, because you not only will you have a math minor, but you'll also be ready for doing numerical work. And but some experimentalists will probably say, well, I'd rather you take statistics, but since I do computational research, I always recommend linear algebra instead. But yeah, that kind of background. If you have a chance, take a course in some other things that, you know, could be helpful. Because I mean, there was a lot of math, which is just introductory to more advanced topics that I took when I was an undergrad. All the entire 4 years I was there was always some engineering math course. I guess now there's not enough time to fit those in. That's the weird part, you say. There's not enough time to fit stuff in, but stuff is being taken out, and yet I always kind of thought the future would have more than I did.